My boss fired me for sitting around doing nothing, so I took the entire company's automation system with me when I left. I've been the lead systems architect at a mid-sized logistics firm for 5 years. When I started, the place was a disaster. Orders were processed manually, inventory was tracked on paper, and the servers crashed if you looked at them wrong. Over 5 years, I built a custom automation system from scratch. I wrote scripts that automatically routed orders, updated inventory in real time, and even sent out invoices. It worked so perfectly that I didn't have to do much manual work anymore. I spent most of my day monitoring the screens and fixing minor bugs. To an outsider, it looked like I was just chilling. Enter Verify Linda, our new operations manager. Linda was one of those cost-cutting experts who didn't know the difference between a server and a toaster. She spent her first week hovering over my desk, watching me sip coffee while my scripts did the work of 10 people. She hated it. She started making passive-aggressive comments like, "Must be nice to get paid to watch a screen," or "We need go-getters here, not sitters." Last Friday, at 4 p.m., she called me into her office. She didn't even look up from her phone. She just said, "Look, this isn't working out. I need someone who actually works. We're letting you go, effective immediately." I was stunned. I tried to explain that if I leave, the system needs a handover. She laughed and said, "It's a computer. It runs itself. Just leave your badge and get out. Security will escort you." That was the moment I realized. She truly thought the computers were doing this by magic. I said, "Okay, effective immediately." I went back to my desk with the security guard watching. Now, here's the thing Linda didn't know. The company was too cheap to pay for enterprise software licenses, so for the last 5 years, I had been running the automation scripts using my personal developer tools and my private cloud server that I paid for out of my own pocket. I never expensed it because it was easier than dealing with their accounting department. So, while packing my box, I didn't delete any company data that would be illegal. Instead, I simply logged out. I revoked the API tokens connected to my personal accounts. I turned off the scheduled tasks running on my private server. And finally, I uninstalled the custom dashboard I had coded on my own time to make the data readable for humans. When I walked out, the screens were still on, but the brain behind them was gone. Monday morning, my phone started ringing at 8 a.m. I ignored it. By 9 a.m., I had 15 missed calls from Linda and 3 from the CEO. I finally answered around noon, while I was making breakfast. Linda was screaming, "What did you do? The orders aren't shipping. The warehouse scanners are offline. We can't even print invoices." I calmly replied, "I didn't do anything. You fired me, remember? I just took my personal property with me. That includes the automation tools I built and paid for." There was a long silence. Then, her voice changed. It went from angry to terrified. "Well, can you come back and turn it on?" "No," I said, "but I can offer my services as an external consultant." "Fine, whatever. How much?" "My rate is $500 an hour, with a minimum 40-hour contract paid up front." She gasped. "That's extortion." "No," I said, taking a sip of my coffee. "That's the price of a go-getter." They paid it. It took me 3 days to set up a new system for them, and Linda was fired a month later because the quarterly report showed a massive loss due to operational negligence. Never fire the guy who knows which button keeps the lights on.